there, Contatos, this is Sakuro-san, and today I am going to do a Q&A. Put a question up. Put a ask me a question thing on my Insta story. Just skip to the first question. You're not supposed to see that. If you did, I don't know. First question is, how were you able to balance posting on YouTube while having a social life? And the answer is, I already answered this on my story for those who didn't subscribe to my channel from my story. From my Instagram. For my Instagram followers. They don't know that I have a YouTube channel, of course. Because some of them they don't know why. Don't always click on the link in my bio. The answer is, I don't really have much of a social life at the moment because of the Tier 3 rules and lockdown. But before COVID and lockdown, I would only record on weekends or Friday after I get home. How many hair color changes have you had so far? 6, but actually it was 4 because my ginger and blonde hair was because the dye washed out. What is life? I put whatever you make of it. Do you think Tinder is a place to get legit partners, not down to fuck? It's both. It's both down to fuck and legit partners. How long have you been cosplaying? 6 years, ever since I was 14. What's your cup size? 38A. But I can fit into a 36B because it's the sister size. That's all the questions about me. I thought there would be more, but there's only like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the 7th one I'm not going to answer because it's private. It's a private question to ask. It's basically, what was it? It's, do you have any kinks? You're gonna have to go on my Insta story to find out if you're a close friend. Apparently, it's only close friends can see my answer to that one. So yeah, but I think that's all the questions. Unless there's any more, I shall wait a bit, maybe, but I'll just pause the recording for now and be back later if there are any. Okay, I got 3 more questions. Which part of UK do you live in? I live in Blackpool. At what age did you start wearing makeup? 14. And I was really bad at that time. I didn't even use foundation. Do you have a job outside YouTube? I started looking for jobs in September, but because of COVID and lockdown, since not many people are hiring in this country because of all the cases we have, all the COVID cases we have. So people that are hiring, they either just found someone new, they either found someone that's more experienced. I, by the way, just graduated from college, and I didn't have a part-time job because I had to go visit my grandfather in Singapore, and I can only go for 2 weeks if I get a part-time job. So I only do volunteer work, and I'm only allowed, and so I can be allowed to visit my grandfather in Singapore. And since my grandfather doesn't, he kind of lives alone. My uncle is out most of the time, and he only ever has like a helper to take care of him. But other than that, he doesn't really live with anybody, so I have to go visit him and make sure he's okay. Sometimes the helper isn't exactly, enough to look after him, yes. And my uncle isn't always there, So, yeah. I have to, so I'm gonna need more than 2 weeks to visit him, because so whenever I go to Singapore, it would be for like 2 months during the summer holidays. And is it 2 months? Is the summer holidays 2 months or is it 3 months? I forgot. It's been a long time because I'm my holiday. It's no more. There's no holidays because I'm not in college anymore. So yeah, my holidays is every day until I get a job. So yeah, I think it's either 2 or 3 months, but I will go for only 2 months because my results will come out in August the 22nd, and I would sometimes college would and sometimes college would like only let me go like in the middle of July, like that's when I finish coursework. But this year they let me go earlier because the coursework finished early. I finished coursework earlier, so I got summer holidays earlier, but because of COVID I couldn't go. I couldn't go on holiday and go visit him, so yeah. But recently, when I started looking for jobs, like right before I started looking for jobs, he died. So now, yeah, he died. So now I can get a part-time job that lets me go over for 2 weeks, go travel for 2 weeks. And I realized I didn't tell many people about my grandfather's death. It was like right before I got my results. But yeah, it can't. So I think that's. Okay, future Sakuro-san here. We got more questions. Where was I? What was your first cosplay? I cosplayed Elsa. Did you regret anything you didn't do fast? Yeah, I regret dating Josh. How's life? It's boring at the moment, and that's all of them. Bye-bye. Back to the past. Back to past, Sakura-san. I'm gonna go now. And calm down. I'll see you guys in the next video. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, donate to my Ko-Fi, and I'll give you a shout out. I also have a new intro. You see, I don't know if you guys like it, but if you guys do, please, I'm glad if you do, but sayonara.